All right, what is up, you guys? Today is Friday, September 18th. Just closed on a new house. I kind of talked a little bit about that, I think, in the video I made before this. So that's why I've been doing these voiceovers for the past couple of weeks, because I don't have a office and I don't really have a studio. But all that should be cleared up by the end of next week. So it will be back to business as normal. So in the meantime, I've kind of just been making these like weekly wrap up videos of how the market's been, based a little more around trading, and not so much around like long-term investing and other forms of investing like we normally do. But it has seemed like a lot of you guys are interested in this. So maybe we can continue to just do like a market recap every week. Also, for those of you who are a part of the 0 to 50,000 portfolio challenge that we're doing, I did actually buy some GAN today, GAN. If you guys want to know my bullish thesis on this company, you'll basically be able to see it in any of the 0 to 50K portfolio videos that I've made as well. I'm probably going to do another one of those recap videos the first week of October, which will be cool. But I quickly wanted to hop on and just talk about the overall market. We've had a crazy past couple of weeks. Obviously, the S&P 500 was all the way up at $360, which was nuts. And then we fell all the way down to 330 with a nice bounce, and we were up to 340, and now we're back to 330. So in this video, I kind of want to go over the S&P 500, what you can expect going into next week, as well as maybe like Tesla, and we'll talk about Apple too. Overall, on the S&P 500, we did have this descending wedge with a a bullish divergence, which you can see here. It's when we have a price action that's going down, but an RSI that's actually trending up. So as we're making lower highs, we're actually making higher lows on this RSI, which basically means that the strength of the trend, which in this case was down, is weakening, and we can expect a pop. I actually took some bullish plays this week on Apple, on SPCE, as well as Bank of America. I am selling some Apple puts right now. I'll actually talk about that position by the end of this, but we had a really nice pop Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We sold off, and then the area that I was telling you guys to watch out for was 340 on SPY. Popped up to it, bounced, held, and then we rejected. Then yesterday we kind of consolidated a bit, and then today a pretty big sell-off. One point we were down about, we're down about 2.5%. Today we're probably going to close down about 1.25%, which is really not that bad. The level to watch, and I've been saying this for a while, on the S&P 500 is $330. And as soon as we hit $330, looks like we went down a bit. We reclaimed, which is really good. So if you're somebody who is bullish on the market, you want to see us hold at $330. You want to see us push up into close right now, and you want to see Monday morning the stock market open above 330. Now, if we close and below 330, and Monday we're below 330, expect a pretty drastic move down to 320 next week. Then eventually we have we'll see here, this is at the 100-day SMA, so 320. Then after that will be about 310, and then the big support will be $300. And $300 is a really, really big support for the S&P 500. If you're looking at futures, you would add a 0, so it'd be 3,000, for instance here, 3,000. That is a huge level for the S&P 500. So that I don't know if we're necessarily going to get there. I've said before, I don't really think this is a crash of any sorts. I think this is just kind of big money taking some profits, big retailers taking some profits. I think that as well, just a lot of companies are overpriced right now. Even after this, sell-off, even companies like Apple, I think, are a little overpriced, even though they're down. I mean, Apple hit 105 today, down about 23% from highs. Tesla is down. I still think that's a little overpriced. So, overall, it's nothing to be worried about. We're sitting at supports pretty much overall. So really, Monday, Tuesday is going to be what's important, because we need to see how we are going to open on Monday and where we're basically going to close on Monday, because that's going to be important. If we open below 330 on the S&P 500 but close above it, that's completely fine. But if we open below 330 and close below 330 on Monday, then we're going to be in for a wild ride down to 320. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple, we're about to do what's called a death cross. If you guys don't know what a death cross is, essentially it's when the 50-day SMA crosses through the 200-day SMA. Now, it's a lot worse when it's on the daily chart. This is a 4-hour chart, but still for a lot of people, it's pretty bearish to see. Ever since we fell from grace basically at $140, these are the main price levels that we were watching. We, fell, consolidated, fell, pushed up to 120, which we talked about, rejected down to 110, which we talked about last week, pushed back up to around 120, rejected, fell to 110, and now we're actually down at like 108. Now, I sold a put for Apple at $110, which means that if it closed above $110 today, that I would actually make, I think it was only something like $120. But if it closes below $110 today, which it's going to, the market closes in 30 minutes, unless we get a crazy push up here, which I doubt it, then I'm forced to buy 100 shares of Apple. It's not a problem. I don't mind owning 100 shares of Apple. If we look at the daily chart, you can see here we actually are closing below the 50-day SMA. So that's not good. Now you have to remember, everything doesn't move just perfectly. This 50-day SMA right around $110 is a pretty big support. Things don't just automatically hit support and then bounce. Sometimes we get pushes below and then we'll recover. Sometimes it will perfectly bounce. I'm not too worried right now because I wouldn't be surprised if Monday we get a push up on Apple, it reclaims 110, and then we start moving our way back up. However, if we see a consolidation underneath 110, between 107, 108, then I'd expect a pretty strong sell-off, probably down to about $100, and then eventually down to 85, which we talked about before. So if you're an Apple, it's not looking too good right now. However, I wouldn't be surprised if we reclaimed $110 and we pushed up next week. It is not, sound the alarms, get out, throw everything away, the market's dying, but it really is not looking too hot right here. Tesla actually bounced really, really well. We actually were all the way down at 326. We pushed up 42%. So congratulations to anybody who got Tesla. Then we pulled back down to this EMA, pushed back up. Tesla is holding here at actually 440. So I wouldn't be surprised if next week Tesla actually pushed up to 480 to $500. So congratulations to anybody who got into Tesla. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. On the 4-hour here, we're above this nice support of around 380, pushed up, pulled back, and now we're holding here at 345. So we really want to see some good volume. We have volume coming in now. For the past 4 days, it's been staying about the same. We want to see a continuation of this volume Monday, and I'd feel pretty good that we'd push up to about $480. Overall, I don't really think we're going to take another move down, like a bigger move down overall in the market. I really don't. I think this is just a lot of profit taking. I think it's a lot of shaking out the weak hands for a lot of people who are afraid, a lot of people who shouldn't be trading right now. And I don't really see this as a bad thing. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what positions you're taking on. Another one we can talk about real quick too is Microsoft. I called out Microsoft. The people in my academy were joking around saying it hit 200 just like my crystal ball said. I'm not using a crystal ball, guys. I'm just using probabilities. But Microsoft is actually looking pretty good. Bounced right on support of $200. You can see here we have a nice descending wedge, which is a bullish pattern. We have a little bit of a divergence. I wouldn't say it's that big of a divergence. But overall, not looking too bad. I'm expecting a push back up on Microsoft, and I'd say probably in about 2 weeks, we should see it up to 216. So if you're somebody who's getting into Microsoft around here, congratulations. I really love Microsoft. I might actually take this as a trade. I might actually sell some puts on Microsoft, but we'll see. So if you're somebody who doesn't know how to read charts like this, if you're somebody who doesn't understand technical analysis, if you're having trouble with options, if you're having trouble with day trading, swing trading, I'll put a link down below to our private academy. I'm giving the first month away for $5 because I want you guys to know, I want you to have the proper education, but I want you to know for sure before you commit to something like our academy that it's something you want to be a part of. That's why I'm giving away for $5 for the first month. It's really, really important to have a trading strategy and a trading plan and a community that backs you, not a community that's like, just buy the stock, buy the stock, buy the stock. I want to make sure that if you're going to be a part of our community, that it's something that, is a perfect fit for you. We have over 55 hours of courses and lectures, 295 students. You get access to our private Discord where I go live with the team every single morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I go over what I'm trading, most importantly, why I'm trading it. After the $5, it does cost $50 a month, but if you get locked in now, you'll stay at $50 a month for life as long as you want to be with us. And as October 1st, it's going up to $100 a month. So take advantage of it. If you don't like it, if it's not something for you, if you work too much, pay the $5 and then just cancel it. But I'm telling you, there's so much value in our academy. I'm telling you guys, you'll really regret not taking advantage of it. So make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, let me know what you're doing. I'd love to hear from you guys. And until next time, peace. Have a good weekend.